Hello, dear learners of English grammar. Welcome back to my Grammar for All channel. I'm Koresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In today's video, I'm going to give you an elaborate idea about the order of words in a sentence. I hope that this grammatical aspect will surely help expand your grammatical skills or spoken skills. If you are interested in this topic, please stick around till the end. Now let's get into the video. Order of words in a sentence. Okay, it is this aspect is grammatical aspect is meant for all. Anybody can watch it and benefit from it. Okay, and now I'll go to the next slide. Here, the following is the usual order of words in an English sentence. Okay, and let me give you. Usually, this is the order of words. What is the usual order of words in an English sentence? Means there must be subject first, then verb, then object, then other words. So, subject plus verb plus object. So this is the word order in the English language, right? So subject, verb, object, other words. So how? Let us now take some examples and just the subject usually comes before the verb. It is just, you can say, common in not only in the English language but in almost all the languages of the world. The subject comes before the verb. Okay, the subject will be at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, the subject will be standing at the beginning of the sentence. How? Let us see that. Some examples here are given. The Himalayas are the highest mountains in the world. So what are we talking about in this sentence? We are talking about the Himalayas. This is a subject part. Whatever we talk about, whoever we talk about in the sentence, that itself is the subject part. Here we are talking about the Himalayas, so this is the subject part. Okay, and next, barking dogs seldom bite. So what are we talking about in this sentence? We are talking about the barking dogs. So therefore this is the subject. This is the subject. And the girl wearing a red frock is my sister. Look at the third example. So who are we talking about in this sentence? We are talking about the girl wearing a red frock. This is the subject part. And next, is the elephant is the largest land animal. So what are we talking about in this sentence? We are talking about the elephant. So in all these four examples, any example is there? Okay, the boat struck by a great wave sank. So here we are talking about the boat. So this is the subject part. So whatever we talk about in the sentence, whoever we talk about in the sentence, that is only the subject part that always stands at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, and it does mean that the subject usually comes before the verb. So this are is the verb, bite is the verb, is the verb, is the verb, and sank is the verb. So before the verb only that comes. And in other ways, in other way, you can say it always stands at the beginning of the sentence. Right. And now you go to the next slide. And one more important thing is the object usually comes after the verb. I have already given you this one. Subject plus verb, okay, then object. So before the verb there is always subject. After the verb there is always, before the verb subject, after the verb object. Okay, there's the object usually comes after the verb. And how you see that? The dog bit the little girl. So the dog bit whom? You have to, if you want to find the object, you have to find the object, then you must question the verb with what or whom. You find the answer. If you want to find out the object, you must question the verb with what or whom. For example, the dog bit whom? The little girl. So this is the object. And then what is that? The king wears a crown. The king wears What? A crown object. Okay. And then the tiger has attacked a deer. The tiger has attacked what? A deer. What? A deer. This is object. So it's a verb, verb, verb. Okay. All the blue color words are verbs, and all the red color words are objects. And then comes what is that? The Australians are playing the first innings. So the Australians are playing what? What are the Australians are what are the Australians playing? The first innings. This is the object. And what is the verb of that? No, action. The playing is the verb. And here the police have recognized the thief. The police have recognized what or whom? The thief. No, what? You don't get any answer for this. The police have recognized what? You don't get any answer. When you don't get any answer for this, you try with this. Then you say the police have recognized whom? The thief. See, one important thing is for things, to if the objects are things, you get the answer for this question. If the object is persons, you get answer for the question of whom. That is the point. And next, what is that? The boy will read the poem. The boy will read what? The poem. This is the object. Okay. This blue part is the verb. And the last example is we respect the teacher. We respect. Okay. Respect is the verb. We respect what? Or no, we don't say. We respect what? No answer. We respect whom? If there are persons, you must know that stands as an answer for the question of whom. Okay, the teachers. This is object. So in this way, these are all blue colored words are verbs and red colored words are objects. Objects. So always, the subject stands before the verb. This is the verb. And before the verb, the object stands after the verb. That is the basic point you have learned now. And let us know other things also. What is that? Okay, when there are both an indirect object and the direct object, the indirect object precedes the direct. When there are two objects, sometimes some verbs, there are some verbs in the English language, they take just not one verb, but they take two objects. Okay, they do not take just one object, but they take two objects after them. The first one is called the direct object, the second one is called the indirect object. So generally, it will be like this. What is that? Sheila teaches me English. So teaches is a verb. So this verb takes two objects always. Sheila teaches what? English. So if you want to get the direct object, you must if you question the verb with what is that? What? You get the direct object. What or whom? You get the direct object. And what is that? If you question the verb with to whom, for whom, generally the indirect object is persons. So that's why to whom or for whom you get the indirect object. So here Sheila teaches what? For the question of what, always you get the answer, some answer. That answer is the direct object. Okay, direct object. And Sheila teaches English. To whom? Question. To me. This is the indirect object. So it's like that. Always indirect object precedes the direct object. Preceding means going before the direct object. Okay, placed before the direct object. You can say Mohan repaid her the hand loan. Mohan repaid, verb. So what? The hand loan, the direct object. To whom? To her. Okay, this is the indirect object. And next, what is that? Yes, the students sent their teacher birthday greetings. The students sent what? This is a verb. What? Birthday greetings, direct object. Okay, and the students sent birthday greetings to whom? Then indirect object. So all red colored you can say words are indirect objects, and all blue colored words are direct objects. So and I will show him my album. I will show, verb. What? My album, direct object. To whom? To him. This is the indirect object. And then one more thing, we have lent you some money. So we have lent, this lent is a verb. We have lent what? some money, direct object. To whom? To you, indirect object. Okay, and last example, your behavior has caused us much trouble. Your behavior has caused verb. What? Much trouble, direct object. To whom? To us. This is the indirect object. Now, from these examples, you understand that if there are certain verbs that take two objects after them, one is the direct object, the other one is the indirect object. So see the position of the verbs, objects. First, the direct object is placed at the end. Before that only indirect object is placed. So whenever the positions are altered, for example, direct object in the positions are altered or changed, then what happens? Some preposition is inserted. See, Sheila teaches English to me. See, here I write Sheila teaches what? Teaches English to me. When the positions of these two direct and indirect objects are changed, in between what is that? To is inserted. The preposition to is inserted. Remember that. You can also generally these are the standard sentences. Always the direct object should be at the end, and before that only you have to use the indirect object. So that's the correct position. So Sheila teaches me English. You can also say Sheila teaches English to me also is there, but it's standard sentences. That's also correct, of course. Okay, right. Now from this slide, what have you learned? Some verbs to take two objects after them. So the direct object, indirect object is placed before the direct object. Okay, these are the two things. Okay, go to the next slide. When the adjective is used attributively, it comes before the noun it qualifies. This is an important one. So you know about the use of adjectives. Adjectives are used only in two ways: attributively, predicatively. Attributively means what? With a noun. With a noun. Predicatively means what? Okay, yes, predicatively means what is that? With a verb. Okay, here you see that when the adjective is used attributively, it comes before the noun. So Ashoka was a great king. So adjective means, what does an adjective do? It qualifies a noun, it describes a noun. So here Ashoka was a king. What kind of king? What kind of a king? Great king. So here what is this word doing? It is describing this king. If I say Ashoka was a king, I am not making any special sense in that. Everybody knows that. But here what am I doing? I am adding some special meaning. Ashoka was a great king. If I do that, I am adding some special meaning, additional meaning into this sentence. Ashoka was a great king, right? And here, so Hyderabad is a big city. You take another example. Hyderabad is a big city. What kind of city? What kind of a city? What kind of city? Big city. What kind of king? Great king. What kind of city? Big city. Okay, you see that. I like the little peddler who has a crooked nose. Peddler is a noun. Okay, this is a noun. This is a noun. Little peddler. I like the little peddler. Little means here small peddler. Okay, short peddler. Okay, nose is also a noun. What kind of nose? Crooked nose. What kind of peddler? Little peddler. So this word is describing peddler. This word is describing the nose. Okay, and here King Francis was a haughty king and he loved a royal sport. King Francis was a haughty king. What kind of king? What kind of king? Haughty king. And he loved a royal sport. What kind of sport? Royal sport. Okay. So here, just you question the noun with what kind of. Okay. What kind? Oh, sorry. What kind of? If you question the noun with what kind of, then you get the adjective. The answer is adjective. Okay. Here, Abdul Kalam was a noble person. What kind of person? Noble person. This is a noun, 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 and this is an adjective. So this is called, with a noun, if an adjective is used, it is called an attributive use. Attributive use. Adjectives are used in two ways: attributively, predicatively. Attributive use means along with a noun. So here, with a noun it is used, with a noun it is used, with a noun, with a noun, with a noun, with a noun. So if an adjective is used with a noun, it is called an attributive use of what is that? An adjective. Right. Now we go to the predicative use also. When the adjective is used predicatively, what is that? It comes after the noun. If an adjective is used attributively, it comes before the noun. If it is used predicatively, it comes after the noun. How? Here you see that the child is asleep. Who is asleep? The child. This is describing this child. This is the noun. Okay. And here, yes, the horse became tired. So what is tired? The horse. This tired is referring to this horse. Noun is here, but the adjective is here. Right? And like this. Okay. Sheila looks beautiful. Beautiful is an adjective. What is it describing? Sheila. Where is Sheila? Behind it, the after the noun. Okay, sir. Is it noun? This is a noun. So here you can see this child is a noun, horse is a noun, Sheila is a noun. But after the noun, the adjectives are there. You have to use it. The mangoes have turned yellow. So it's an adjective. What is this? Mangoes after the noun. Mangoes is a noun. Okay. And the lawyer has grown rich and popular. The lawyer who has grown rich and popular, this one, lawyer. So lawyer is what? Noun. And what is this? Adjectives. So he will go mad. So mad. Who will go mad? He. This mad is describing this pronoun. So he will go mad. So here in all these examples, adjective is being used after the nouns. After the pronoun. Here is a pronoun. Noun or pronoun. After the noun or pronoun, if the adjective is used, it is called predicative use of adjectives. Okay. Adjectives are always used in two ways. This point I am going to deal with very elaborately in the chapter of adjectives. Adjectives are always used in two ways only: attributively, predicatively. Attributively means with a noun, and predicatively means without a noun, and the noun is before them only. It's there. And you go to the next slide. The adjective phrase comes immediately after the noun. Adjective phrases come immediately after the noun. Okay. Yes. Ravi is a man. A man is a noun. So of wealth is a man of wealth means, in other words, you can say a rich man. This is the meaning, but it's a stylish way. Ravi is a rich man. That's correct, absolutely correct. But you can say Ravi is a man of wealth. It is also correct. But it is a stylish way. It is a beautiful way. You are saying Ravi is a rich man. Okay, it's very simple. But if you say Ravi is a man of wealth, it's very. So here, of wealth is a phrase. It's an adjective phrase. It's after the. Okay, right. Next, Solomon was a man of wisdom. So that means a wise man. Wise man. If I say Solomon was a wise man, I am not making the statement in a stylish way or in a colorful way. But if I say Solomon was a man of wisdom, it's a grand style. So, but here man is a noun and of wisdom is a phrase, adjective. And here you see that Sheila is a girl of beauty. So Sheila is a beautiful, directly saying Sheila is a beautiful girl. Instead of saying beautiful girl, what am I saying here? A girl of beauty. Girl of beauty. So here girl is a noun and beauty is what is that? See look at this sentence. Sheila is a girl of beauty. Sheila is a beautiful girl. Sheila is a beautiful girl. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry can say that. Very simple statement. But here it is somewhat beautiful, See this style. Sheila is a girl of beauty. A girl of beauty. It's a grand style. And here Samson was a man of might. That means what is that? A mighty man. A mighty man. That is, Samson was a mighty man. Very simple. But if I say Samson was a man of might, oh, very grand. And here see, the tops of the mountains were covered with snow. The tops, this is a man is a noun and this is an adjective, right? And the tops is a noun and of the mountains is adjective. The tops of what? Of the mountains. The tops were covered with snow. No, the tops of the mountains were covered with snow. So here, these are all red colored, you can say words are phrases, and blue colored words are nouns. Okay, adjective phrases always come only after the nouns. Okay, they come only after the nouns, right? Right. You go to the next slide. The adverb is generally placed close to the word which it modifies. This adverb is there. Now, generally an adverb is a word, already in the parts of speech. An adverb modifies a verb, an adjective, and another adverb. It will do three jobs. Okay, it's a powerful word in the English language. So generally this adverb, generally it ends in ly. Okay, and sometimes certain adverbs don't end in ly. Generally that will end in ly. Okay, right. But here it is placed close to the word which it modifies. It is placed very close. How? Here it is there. The train arrived late. The train arrived when? Late. So this word is describing this verb, adverb. The train arrived. How? Late. Late. So this is that. I answered the question how. So this adverb questions how, when, where. I answered the question how quickly, adverb. I answered the question quickly. It's an adverb, and this adverb is placed very near to this verb. He has worked very hard. He has worked how? Very hard. Very hard is an adverb. Hard is an adverb that is placed. They are placed immediately near near the word it is modifying. Very hard. He has worked how? Very hard. So these two words are, you can say, modifying this verb. Okay. Yes. And then comes, what is that? He never told a lie. He never told a lie. So here, never told. You cannot say he told a lie, never. Not. It is not the right, you can say, order. He never told a lie. Because some adverbs are placed immediately before the verb, especially after, if the sentence begin, if the sentence, immediately before the helping verbs, or in the simple present tense, in the simple past tense. In the simple present tense, in the simple past tense, and in the sentences with the helping verbs. Okay, in such sentences that is placed, certain adverbs will be placed before the verb only. This sentence is in the simple past. Never he told a lie. No. He told a lie. Never. No. He never told. So this sentence is in the simple past. So it is placed immediately before the verb. In the simple present tense also, certain adverbs should be placed immediately before them. In the sentences of helping verbs also, yes, what is that? Never should be placed immediately. I am always, sorry, after the, I am always happy. So here always, this always is an adverb. Okay, and am is a helping verb. Immediately before, after this. Okay, right. In the simple present, in the simple past, adverbs are placed before the verb, and in the helping verbs, sentences in having say helping verbs, it is placed immediately after the helping verb. So it's like that. Yes, they are worried. You see that they are They are what is that? What is that? They are they are never worried. Never is an adverb, no adjective. So after the helping verb, immediately after position of the helping verb, help adverbs is very important. So the position of the adverbs in the sentences having the helping verb, so immediately after the helping verb. Am is a helping verb immediately after that. Are is the helping verb immediately after that. So it's like that. And in the simple present tense, simple past tense, it is immediately before. So in general sentences, very close to the words, they modify. That's all. The baby slept soundly. So here, how the baby slept, how soundly. So this is describing or modifying this verb. Okay, it's an adverb. Okay, right. And last example, Sheila seldom watches. So watches, simple present tense, and here this adverb is placed immediately before the verb only. In the simple past, in the simple present, certain adverbs are placed immediately before them, but in all other sentences very close to the word which they modify. Okay, and in the sentences containing helping verbs, immediately beside the helping verbs. So these three things you have learnt in this slide, and now let's go to the next rule. When an adverb is intended to modify the sentence as a whole, it is placed at the beginning. So if an adverb is to modify the whole sentence, modify means, in other words, qualify, describe. If it is to describe the whole sentence, generally it is placed at the beginning of the sentence. How? Like this. Certainly he made a fool of himself. So this sentence, this word is this adverb. What is it doing? It is modifying the whole sentence, like that. And next, undoubtedly, he is the best teacher. So it's an adverb. It is modifying the whole sentence. And here, surely you are wronged. So surely is an adverb. It is, modifying the whole sentence. Okay, and here immediately we rushed her to the hospital. So it's an adverb, and this is, referring to modifying the whole sentence. So like this. Okay, in this way, in all these four examples, you find that, if any adverb is to modify the whole sentence, that will be placed at the beginning of the sentence only, like this. Now you have now understood from these four examples, right? And now you go to the next slide. So eighth one is there. All qualifying clauses are placed as close as possible to the words which they qualify. Qualifying clauses are there. Describing clauses are there. Clause means a small sentence, a mini sentence that will be placed as close to the word as possible. That is the thing. Okay. Here you see, he died in the village where he was born. So this where he was born is qualifying this village. He died in the village. Suppose I have not said this thing. Will you understand anything from this? He died in the village. I stopped there. This red color sentence is not there. Take it for granted. These words are not there. What do you understand from that? You don't understand anything. He died in the village. Okay, meaningless. So if I say he died in the village where he was born, what are these words doing? They are all describing this village. This is the village where he was born. The dead person was born. That is right. And here, the dog that bites does not bark. The dog that bites is a clause. Okay, it's a clause. And what is it doing? It is qualifying the noun. Okay, it is here. This clause, this clause is qualifying this noun. Here, this clause is qualifying this noun. If I say the dog does not bark, if I say the dog does not bark, what do you understand from that? Nothing. It's meaningless, just meaningless. The dog does not bite. No, the dog that bites does not bark. The dog that bites does not bark. It will be silent. and it will attack you and it will bite you. That's all. So it is there. And here, people who live in a glass house should not throw stones. Suppose if these words are not there, take for granted lead color words are. If I say people should not throw stones, if I say people should not throw stones, does it hold any meaning in there? What does it have? No meaning at all. If I say people who live in a glass house, in glass houses, so what are they doing? They are qualifying this people, that is a noun. Only those people that live in glass houses should not throw stones. Okay. Blessed are the people who take pity on the blessed are the people who take pity on the poor. So this whole sentence is qualifying this noun. Blessed are the people who take pity on the poor. So what are these words doing? They are qualifying this, describing these people. Who are the blessed people? Who take pity on the poor. So if I simply don't say these words, what is that? Blessed are the people. What is that? Blessed are the people. If I say and stop there, what do you understand from that? Nothing. Therefore, blessed are the people who take pity on the poor. Whoever takes pity on the poor, those people are blessed. So here the entire sentence is qualifying this people, that is a noun. And last example here is this is the truck whose license has been seized. So this is the truck whose license has been seized. So the whole sentence is describing or qualifying this truck, that is a noun. So in this way, all the qualifying clauses are placed as near as possible, as close as possible to the words which they qualify. Here, this clause is qualifying this village. This clause is qualifying this village. This clause is qualifying this people. This clause is qualifying the people. This clause is qualifying this truck. These are all nouns. Village is a noun, dog is a noun, people is a noun, truck is a noun. These are all nouns. So these red colored clauses are placed as near to the words they qualify as possible. Okay, right. And here now we are going to the so one important thing, if you don't place the words in an order, what happens? The normal order of words in a sentence is sometimes altered for emphasis. So sometimes, for emphasis sake, the normal order is sweet are the uses of adversity. Actually, the sentence is supposed to be the uses of adversity are sweet. That should be the sentence. But it is this part is supposed to be there. This part is supposed to be here. But the order of words has been changed. It has been altered. The uses of adversity are sweet. Okay, मेहनत का फल बहुत मीठा होता है. That's there. The uses of adversity, the uses of hard work are very sweet. If you work very hard, and the result will be very, very sweet, right? And that is there. And here, what is that? Monkeys I detest. Actually, the sentence is supposed to be I detest monkeys. I detest monkeys. So if you say like this, I detest monkeys, you don't make any emphasis here. If monkeys, I detest, like that. Now here, money you shall have. Oh, you want money? Money you shall have. Okay, money you shall have. Right. And you shall have money. That's that. Blessed are the merciful. The sentence must be the merciful are the blessed. The merciful means those who show mercy are blessed. That is the meaning. Okay. And one more thing. Great is the struggle and great is also the prize. The struggle is great. The prize is great. Like that. The price is great, the struggle is great. But here, for emphasis sake, they say great is the struggle and great is also the price. Generally, in speeches, to motivate the people, to, you can say, inspire the people, some speakers will use like this. What is that? Great is the struggle and great is the prize also, like that. So he said. And the last example here I am giving you is just and true are all God's ways. You can say all God's ways are just and true. You can say, but here if you say like this, it will have some kind of emphasis, some kind of effect it will have. It will say just and true are all God's ways. Okay. Last one. Fallen is Babylon. Babylon is fallen. It's okay. But fallen, Babylon is fallen. So you are bringing some kind of effect to this sentence. You are bringing some kind of emphasis to this, and you are making this very interesting to the listeners. And in this way, we sometimes alter the order of words in a sentence for emphasis sake, for some kind of effect sake, and for such for some kind of, you can say, style sake. People alter the words, and they try to make it poetic. Okay, and we are going to the last. Owing to a faulty arrangement, sometimes if you make a faulty sentence, it will convey. Sometimes people don't know how to place the words, and that's why that sentence becomes faulty. So faulty sentences will turn into utter nonsense. Faulty arrangement of words, owing to a sentence, may be turned into utter nonsense. Here is just look at this. Few people learn anything that is worth learning easily. Here you pay attention. Easily is a word. Few people learn. Okay, few people learn easily. Here it should be easily, right? Few people learn easily anything that is worth learning. This word is supposed to be here after learn, but here he has used at the end. It is therefore somewhat meaningless. You see, few people learn anything that is worth learning easily. Here he is saying few people learn anything that is worth learning easily. So this word is not supposed to be here. It is supposed to be here. So wrong, faulty arrangement of words this is. That's why the sentence conveys a wrong meaning. Okay. And here he blew out his brains after bidding his wife goodbye with a gun. See that? So with a gun, you say, with a gun. See, he blew out his brain means he blew out his brain means he killed himself after bidding his wife goodbye with a gun. Okay, after bidding his wife with a gun, can it be correct? After bidding his wife goodbye with a gun. See, here with a gun are supposed to be here. He blew out his brains with a gun after bidding his wife goodbye. After bidding his wife goodbye, he came home and blew out his brains with a gun. So here the words are placed in a wrong way, and that's why it's conveying some nonsensical meaning. This is all nonsense. It's looking nonsense. You go to the next one. A gentleman has a dog to sell who wishes to go abroad. Here, a gentleman has a dog to sell. Who wishes to go? Who wishes means here these words are not supposed to be at the end. But where should these words to be? These words are supposed to be here. A gentleman who wishes to go abroad has a dog to sell. These words are, this phrase, this clause is supposed to be immediately after this noun, gentleman, but it is put elsewhere, and that's why the whole sentence is looking nonsense, right? A gentleman who wishes to go abroad has a dog to sell, but here the phrase is put at the end. And one more example, he tore up the tender letter which his mother had written him in a fit of peevish vexation. So here, in a fit of peevish vexation, these words are there. These words are not to be here. He tore up the tender letter. He tore up the tender letter, okay, which his mother had written him in a fit of peevish vexation. What should be there? He tore up what? He tore up in a fit of peevish vexation the tender letter, which is like that. He tore up in a fit of peevish vexation, in a in a fit of rage, in a fit of anger. What is that? He tore up in a fit of peevish anger the tender letter which his mother had written him. So in this way, that is supposed to be right. One more, for sale piano, the property of a musician with carved legs. So here you can see this, the carved legs are not supposed to be here. See, for sale piano, after piano only these words with carved legs. Who, which has got carved legs? The piano has got this. So these words are supposed to be here only. For sale piano with carved legs, the property of a magician. That is the property of the magician. So the words are supposed to be like this. But here, wrong placement, wrong positioning of the words, wrong arrangement of words, and that's why all these sentences are looking nonsensical. And here I'm giving you one exercise. Now I'm giving you some 12 sentences. Please watch this exercise, read the sentences, and try to correct them if possible. Check up whether you can do it or not. If you have done it, please tell me. If you have any problem with these sentences, you please mention it in the comment box. Okay, right. Rewrite the following. I'll read them. The captain, I'm not answering these sentences. Please, the captain took the things which the gods provided with a thankful good humor. Which word should be placed where? Let us see that. Okay. And here, sometimes you will see an alligator lying in the sunshine on the bank, 8 feet long. All the courtiers told the queen how beautiful she was all day long. The man ought to be brought before a magistrate who utters such threats. He visited the battlefield where Napoleon was defeated in his holidays. Okay. And then comes, he killed the sparrow which was eaten sometimes some crumbs with a gun. He killed the sparrow which was eating some crumbs with a gun. See, with a gun is placed else somewhere. Where should it be? He killed the sparrow with a gun. He killed with a sparrow. He killed with a gun the sparrow which was eating some crumbs. Immediately we say, a nursemaid is wanted for a baby about 20 years old. I spent the 3 last days of my holiday in a chair with a swollen leg. This monument has been erected to the memory of John Brown, who was accidentally shot by his brother as a mark of affection. See where the words supposed to be. In 37 wrecks, only 5 lives were fortunately lost. Fortunately lost. The following verses were written by a young man who has long since been dead for his own amusement. He has been dead for his own amusement. See, wrong, what's that? Using of the words, wrong placement of words brings some kind of humor, and it also brings a nonsense to the sentence. Last sentence, there will be a meeting of all boys who play cricket and football in the long room at 4 o'clock. So in this way, these are the 12 sentences I have given you for an exercise. Please try your best. I don't want to do all these things for myself, and you also must try. Okay, right. And now, dear learners of English grammar, thank you so much for watching this video exclusively meant for all people, and please watch it again and again. And if you have any problem in understanding anything, please mention it in the comment box. And I also request all of you to subscribe to my channel, and if possible, please share this video with others, share this link also with others, ask your friends to subscribe to my channel. I am for you. I am trying to teach all the knowledge that I have acquired from my parents. My parents were teachers. They taught me wonderful grammar, wonderful English, and all that knowledge which I have learned with so much of effort. I would like to share with you. That is my motto. Please share this video and subscribe to my channel. And with another video, I will come before you. Until then, thank you so much. Goodbye. Bye. See you. Right.